Basic Architect. Yeah, we're down here at the Riverside house. I'm walking down the driveway here. Wait till we spin that camera around and take a look. Made some pretty cool progress here on the finish. We've got our siding up. Siding's all painted. Trim is all painted. We got our garage doors in. Now we're going to concentrate on the lowest level. We've got a bunch of stone veneer. Should be getting delivered this week and getting installed, but look at that. That's our multi-width board. This is Boral, true exterior. So this is all fly ash product. It is an open joint rain screen. So you can see there, it's open to the back, free to drain. And then if we look at the wall above here, you'll notice, and as we go around the corner, it's probably easier to just talk about it here. You'll get a really good example of it here. We have multi-width boards. Now, in the drawings, I called for multi-width boards. They start at 1x3. We have 1x3s, 1x4s, 5s, 6s, and 8s. And the rule was no two widths are ever adjacent to each other, and no three board sequence is the same within any 4 feet of the wall. So a couple of minor rules. I just didn't want them to get in the habit of just keep nailing up 1 or 2 boards and having it look like we had some kind of sense of order, even though chaos is somewhat of a sense of order. But anyway, you can see we have Resista in our soffits. We have Resista siding there. That is a rice hull product. It is being used as the accent. I think the contrast between the Resista in that kind of orangey wood pattern against this, somewhat, it's not quite battleship gray. It's like more of a slate gray. But man, that contrast is just spot on with the darker charcoal soffits matching the windows and window trim. I think it's just a superb collection of colors here. And then you can see down below we've excavated a bunch of the dirt here, and the reason for that is they're going around and they're installing the lath and the MTI dry panel. We probably have a sample of that somewhere around here. We can pull it up and take a look at. But basically everything under the Boral True Exterior down to below grade is going to be a water managed stone veneer. So, got a little treat for you today too. My good friend Mark Willie, Engineered Woodwork on Instagram. Give him a follow. But Mark's been out here in New England catching up with me and checking out some projects, and we stopped by today. Good morning, Mark.
Stay right, looking at it, even below the true exterior, there's a flashing before the lath.
Yeah, the idea there was, and I'm going to come around here, maybe we can explain this just a little bit more. Yeah, we don't have to go over there, but so basically open joint, right? So the open joint, people are going to say, oh my God, you're letting all the water in. But when you think about it, this is maximum drying potential. And the reality is, and one of these days I should do it, we probably don't have a hose bib hooked up, but it would be really interesting to spray the wall with water, because all of the water testing that I've done suggests that when I spray this with water, the water is going to come across here, it's going to catch the edge and run down the edge. It's not going to run in. And a lot of people are going to say, oh my God, it's going to run in and flood that. No, it isn't. There's no driving force to push that rain event in. Now, you could have a little bit of wind. Yeah, it's going to maybe push it around the corner and such. But gravity is going to take charge and have that water run down. And you can see, I mean, we have, I don't know, 50-foot pines, 30 feet away from us around the house here. So it's not like we're getting like a seashore 100-mile-an-hour wind driving water up against this. So that water that does fall, and this is on a 3/8 inch, it's on the Batten UV strip. It's a Benjamin Opdyke product, And that is on the Benjamin Opdyke Invisirap. If you haven't seen those videos, go back in my YouTube channel, check them out. I shot a whole bunch of them where we talked about exactly how the wall is made up underneath and using those products. But basically, if water does get back there, I don't care. It just drains. But I wanted to kick it out over the stone. So we have a piece of metal under there, and it actually has a hem. So it has a little thickness to the edge. And then down below that, we're going to have our veneer stone. So the veneer stone's probably about 1.25 inches. We're going to have a scratch coat and a bed there to bed it. But to the face of this, we're somewhere probably close to about 2 inches.
Sure.
So we'll get a little bit of a lip there on the stone. It'll come up to the flashing. So you have the above grade water here that's going to go and get kicked out. The below grade water, if water does get in there, it's basically going to go down, and you can see we have our tough and dry system. It's exposed on the other side. It'll be a little easier to see, but basically that metal lath and the MTI dry channel is sitting on top of that fiberglass drainage board. So we have drainage all the way down to our perimeter drain down there. And then of course over here, it's a similar system. All of this stuff goes down, and we have the same piece of metal under there, and it basically just kicks the water out underneath that lip there. And just like here, I had somebody on, I think it was Instagram, said, hey, why didn't you use their proprietary J channels and stuff? Well, we wanted to match our open joint rain screen. So the guys at Howell, they kept that joint here to match that. So now this is basically an open joint rain screen. Now it isn't open here, but this is all on a hat channel. I know around the house on the other side, I can pop one of these off and show you. But we have that open reveal on the sides.
You have that slight slope on your sill here, but this detail you do on all your projects, people don't see it coming up, but this is a really nice detail on the edge.
Yeah, there's a little kerf. You can see it there. And the whole purpose of that kerf is that as water comes over here, goes down, and wants to curl the corner, water won't be able to go back up. So it'll develop a bead on that lower edge. And at some point, the bead's going to get large enough where the weight of the droplet exceeds its adhesion and it falls to gravity, right? Now, the other thing to pay attention here, and again, I've shot videos on this, notice the window weeps.
Yep.
We have a nice, probably on the order of about 3/16 or so from the weeps down to here. But our water managed window system underneath here also goes in and drains to the back side of this. So the whole wall, you could come here with 10 fire trucks and hose this water down. And all you're going to do is get a big puddle of water down here.
People always talk about the durability of buildings, but I always say if they don't make them attractive, if they don't make them really nice to look at, you're less apt to take care of them to begin with. And with this, it handles both.
Yeah, and it always amazes me. We call it water management, but people don't pay attention to the word, right? It's not water stop. It's not water barrier. It's not water go away. It's not water don't get in. It's water management. So the idea of the word management is provide a path.
Yep.
And that's all we've done here in the last 4 minutes is talk about all of the paths provided. If water gets in the window, it weeps out. If water gets in the window install, it weeps back here. If water gets in this system, it weeps back, gets kicked out. Water gets in here, it goes down, it gets kicked out. If water gets in the stone, it goes down into the drainage board, into the drain tile, and gets hauled away. So everywhere on this wall system, we have a path, or we have a proposed route of management, right? True to the words, water management. What do you think about the colors, Mark?
So the nice thing is coming up to the site, you got the vertical gray and the horizontal coming in, but it's a balance, right? And that balance piques my eye. Every time I come to the property, there's a little bit of a change.
Yeah.
But like this is obviously the tall wall of the place, but it does just go away. It blends in. So if I didn't like it, I would already be tense.
Yep.
But it just comes in, every 2 minutes I'm breaking out my camera, I'm taking another photo of it.
Just looking over here, I see we have the lath. I wanted to see if we have a piece of the MPI dry over here.
I didn't see it.
No, that's all lath. I think there's one on the other side that we can take a look at. I'm sure we can find a scrap piece, but anyways, walking around here again, you can see the resista and the soffits, which I think was a good call to help bring that out and kind of outline the building. Of course, we have our large slider here. Now, we're not going to have a large deck here. We have a series of retaining walls that are going to go in here. We're going to have just a small little landing, couple steps down, and then this will just finish with a beautiful patio.
Gentle.
And for those of you not quite familiar, I'm going to switch places with the camera and have the camera guy go stand at the bottom of the stairs that I just suggested. Thanks, Steve-O's. So this is your view. You come down those steps, you stand on the patio, and then that's your view down the river. One of the beauties of this site, Mark, is that the river actually bends around the site and it comes in, which really made for this whole corner of it